And we'll walk around the compound, see some tigers, and maybe some Pete's. Oh, and Derek will ramble. I think I hit it. Walk around the compound. All right. It's a breezy day. It's a blustery, breezy day. Oh, you can probably hear that. Oh goodness, it's coming into the microphone there. Well, let me tell you something. I was just doing some tests with the old Kamarooski, and yeah, glove. I'm gonna slip that on the bottom of the old phone, and it might kind of diminish the volume of my voice a little bit, but it should provide significantly improved protection as far as the wind is concerned. Let's hope that that's actually the case, because the tests seem to go well. So right now, I'm just assuming that the filming is going well as well. But we are getting into that windy time of year. Oh boy, transition season. It's getting into the fall. The last little hurrahs of summer as we start getting these wintry frontal systems and cold weather boundaries moving through from the north. Yes. Weather things. Hi Yama, how are you? Alrighty. Well, hello all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic walk around the compound webcast. It is a blustery day. It's warm. It's a warm day. And we're going to go around, we're going to see some kitties. We're going to see Wally first. Still maintaining. We're still, you know, feeding him and treating him, and he's on an assortment of different medicines, of vitamin supplements. And I mean, we're consulting with different veterinarians, and we've got people that are doing different bits of research as to some of the underlying causes of just his current funk. But I mean, he is eating fairly consistently. It's just he's just not eating as much as he probably should, and he's just got a lethargy kind of thing going on. And yeah, we're trying to figure it out. So I don't know if he's in the chronic stages of some condition, or if he's got some organ thing, or who knows. Who knows? But steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. Oh my gosh! Everyone say hi to Rachel! Hi! Oh my gosh! It's her! Yeah! Care Rescue Texas curator Rachel Rossetti! Ah! Superstar! Hey, I know that guy. Whoa! Ah! Look at that! Oh! Whoa! Okay. That's ridiculous. We gotta stay focused, people. We gotta stay focused, because there's a lot of things I gotta talk about. A lot of different topics. I wrote down topics on a list, things to go over. Oftentimes, I can be very discombobulated, just jumping from topic to topic, whatever enters my head. No, I've got some things. I've got stuff that I have to address. First is the raffle. We got a raffle going on right now. And you can go to carerescuetexas.com. carerescuetexas.com. That's my carerescuetexas.com jingle. I think it's a good one. I think it's going to get stuck in people's heads. So, yeah. But you can go to Care Rescue Texas, carerescuetexas.com. You can go to carerescuetexas.com for some more information. What are we raffling? We are raffling a stay in the Safari Suites. Not only are we raffling a stay in the Safari Suites, but we are raffling a plane ticket from anywhere in the continental United States. So, yeah, sorry folks that are living overseas, but you get a free plane ticket to and from anywhere in the lower 48 states, which is pretty awesome. You get meals included, you get things like massages and whatnot. I believe it's for a 2-night stay. There's a couple different things that are added onto the package. All in all, it's about a $5,000 value. And we are currently raffling that package off. Oh my gosh, there's a tiger. She wants to eat me. So you can go to carerescuetexas.com for some more information. I know that there's going to be people who are going to say, damn it, Derek. I've been walking around my house like making coffee and just going carerescuetexas.com to myself for the past like 3 to 4 days. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Sorry, I'm inside your head now. But yeah, you can go to Care for more details. So far, it's been going pretty good. And actually, we're doing it through this site called Raffle River. It's a third-party kind of vendor kind of site, and that's also so that you know that like they do raffles. That's what they do for like charities and nonprofits. So it's out of our hands. Like it helps to ensure that there's no shenanigans or chicanery that's going on. It gives a little bit more credence to the actual chances of people winning. Oh my goodness, really? But what we're doing is we're just raising, that money is just going to be used to raise general operating funds for the facility. And we've talked about that, general operating funds, that's a big deal. I mean, just how we're able to consistently maintain the operations of the facility. General operatings, not colonel operatings. No. This is more important than that, general operatings. So, anyway, you can go to carerescuetexas.com for some more information. Also, yeah, we got the fall festival. If you go to carerescuetexas.com, if you go to that site, you can also see the information for the fall festival. For the fall festival that's going to be happening next month in November, our annual fall festival where we open up the facility, we get a lot of different people to come in, we have different events, games, prizes, all sorts of different types of stuff, and we do some really cool, super fantastic tours of the facility. We give cats pumpkins, we give cats piñatas, we fill pools full of like water and soap and bubbles, and then they run around and they play and they jump and they have a good time and people have a good time. And it's generally oriented a little bit more for kids because I don't know if you know this, but we try to avoid having like really little kids in the facility because the cats, they look at really little kids like food. I mean, because they're apex predators. They're predatory animals, and they are instinctually aligned on looking at a group of animals, of potential prey, and then picking out whichever ones are going to be the easy prime targets. So whenever you have a group of people in the facility and then you have like little bitty kids, the cats look at them and they say, I want to eat that little kid. I want to eat that baby. That's what they do. That's what they do. And like little kids, they don't understand the nature of consequences as much as older kids do. So usually like 6 or 7 years old, like that's like the walk-in cutoff. But for the fall festival, we ramp up the amount of personnel that we have available, the number of volunteers, the number of on-site staff that we have, and we have more like security people to help kind of corral, young ones and make sure that everyone is operating and going through the tour process in a safe manner. So that's what that's all about. Fall Festival. Oh, we do the bobbing for pumpkins and the Tiger Tug of Wars and everything. It's just a wonderful time. It's just a wonderful time. And we have it in November, so it's a little bit more cooler in the air. The air is more fall and brisk, and we have things like warm apple cider. But it's going to be taking place in the weekends of November 5th through the 6th. Hi, bud. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. He says no. He says no moo. November 5th and 6th, and then November 12th and the 13th. So the first 2 weekends of November. Where can you find out more information? Oh, I thought that you would never ask. You can go to carerescuetexas.com for more information. People, oh gosh, people can be like, I hate you so hard, Derek. I hate you so much. Like, I have been singing that song incessantly, like in my car on the way to work. I like hum it to myself. That's the point. I want to infect your brain. I want to infect your brain. Holograms. I ordered the postcards for the Wizard Squeak campaign, so thank you very much. I mean, for being patient, but to those individuals who made $50 contributions to the Center for Animal Research and Education, you got a one-of-a-kind postcard, handwritten by me, and sent out to you. And I did order the postcards, and I designed them, and they have some of the cartoon characters from the thing that I made. And yeah, so those are going to be going out relatively soon, hopefully within the next week or so. Again, in the meantime, we have a hologram, holosass. Holosass! Holosass! Sass! Yeah. Yeah. It's actually going to be getting up, I think, ooh boy, like upper 80s. It was cooling off all nice, and then it's kind of warming back up again, so... Oh, it's like, make up your mind whether, you know, is it fall, is it summer, like what, what's going on, you know, right? Right? Look at this handsome guy. With the spots. He's got a poise. He's got charisma. He's got a little bit of attitude, you know. He's a little bit brooding. He's got a personality, you know. A soul. Milo, yeah. That's him. He's a lot of people's favorites. He's a lot of people's favorites. I did the Pottermore sorting quiz. Found out that I was in Ravenclaw. I posted that like on Twitter like a long time ago. Found out that I was in Ravenclaw, but then recently they just did a thing where it's like you can also find out your patronus. You can find out your patronus, you know, like the thing that like scares away Dementors. My patronus is a black swan. I know, like, right? That's like, I think it's because like there's like, you know, like there's some like deep and maybe dark kind of brooding kind of elements, but I'm also like really graceful. I think that's why. And I saw that and I was just like, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I get it. Totally a black swan. That's me. Yeah. Tun. Hi, Sugar Pie. Hi, old lady. Old lady Tawny. Old lady. Yeah. Uh-oh. Are they cleaning the inside of your enclosure? Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, Sugar Pie. Okay, so there's that. I should personally be here at the facility all 4 days of the Care Fall Festival. I should be here. For those of you who like want to come and say hi and shake hands, slap hands, slap hands. If you guys want to come and say hi and get a selfie and all that fun stuff, I should be here. Now, we have had people who they are booking rooms at the Safari Suites, and then they get here, and then they're like, oh my gosh, we're here and we get to see the cats. Okay, cool, where's Derek? And then like Heidi has to be like, well, he's not here. He has to work out of state. And then people, and then they kind of go from like, oh. And I want to reiterate, I want to tell that point that, you know, I'm not always here. I'm actually here. I'm away more days of the week than I am here, I should say. I am away from care more days of the week than I am here. So, if you, and that includes weekdays, that includes weekends, it's a crapshoot, and it changes every month. I get new schedules, there's schedule rewrites that happen all the time. There's never any sort of pattern, there's never anything set in stone. It's hard to plan these things out. So, you know, we still definitely would love for people to, you know, book a stay at the Safari Suites and come out and enjoy that experience, but realize that most of the time I'm just not going to be here. It's going to be, yeah. And besides, you should come to enjoy the facility, relax, see the cats. You don't gotta meet me. I'm not that. Look, some people, and again, this is only in response to just and they haven't been. Everyone who's come so far has been really sweet, and they've been really nice, and they've had a good time. They've had a good time. I don't want to make it seem like they're not having, but there's that initial when they realize and they're like, oh, they're like disappointed. So I kind of we want to address that. We just wanted to address that, and just so that like. We don't want it to seem like it's like a bait and switch kind of thing, you know, like, oh yeah, come out and book your stay, meet BigCatDerek. And it's like, no, that's kind of not really part of that's not going to be a guaranteed part of the experience. Like, we'd like to, like, look, and here's the thing, if I'm here, I'm on the property, and we have people staying at the Safari Suites, and they are familiar with the content. Not everyone is, but if you are familiar with the content and you are staying at the Safari Suites, I will absolutely go down and I'll say hi. Say, cool, where are you from? Awesome, thanks for coming on. Thanks for contributing to the facility. Rock on, you're great. I will always, always, always. But yeah, we just want to. We always want to give reasonable expectations. We want people to understand those expectations. We always want to be forthcoming, and we always want to be ethical and honest and all of that stuff. And here's the thing. As we go along, like, we're learning new things every single time. We have guests now staying at the Safari Suites, which if you want to book a stay at the Safari Suites, you can go to carerescuetexas.com. And if you would like to book a stay, oh yeah, no, we're learning. We're learning all sorts of different. I lost my train of thought. My little jingle made me forget. So yeah. Just wanted to address that. Okay, now I'm gonna raffle, fall festival. I'm not here for lots of sweet times. Yeah, I'm not here for lots of sweets times. Notice I had to use like a glitter green gel pen. This is like the nearest thing. Like, I gotta make a list. Like, I need a pen. And then you grab the glitter green gel pen, and you're like, I feel kind of strange, but I also feel kind of fancy using it. The glitter green gel pen. So, last thing that I want to get into, and this is going to probably comprise, hopefully, the last segment of the webcast. I want to talk about a interesting random chance encounter that I had on my commute back home from my work out of state. I was coming home. I was driving along on the highway, and it's about a 250-mile drive. And there's, I've got like the different gas stations that I kind of like. I'm like, well, I like the Texas Best Roadhouse, and of course, I'm to make sure that you stop at a Buc-ee's, because those are, of course, I will not stop at the Love Station anymore. Their bathrooms are decrepit. And when you travel as much as I have been, like, you start to kind of figure out like all of these little nuances about like what places you like and which ones you don't like and which ones you want to, like, I think I'll visit this one because they actually have very good coffee and they have half and half. The other one only has coffee mate, and I am a half and half man. I'm not a coffee mate man. So it's like stuff like that. And I stopped at this gas station, and I had to fill up and empty out, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But I gassed up and I was going inside to take a leak, and this gentleman was walking out of the door of this convenience store, and he had the selfie stick thing going on, and it's like, okay, sometimes you see that, but it's also like, it wasn't just like a selfie stick. He actually had like a Canon camera with like the actual, with like the microphone on it, with like the little fuzzy thing, a little bit better than a mitten, I will say. But he actually had the thing, and he was talking into it, and it was him, and then this young woman was with him, and that's when like I clicked. I'm like, this person is from the internet. I know a fellow interneter when I see one. And but at the time, it was just kind of like, when we first crossed paths, it was just kind of like, because I was processing it still, and I'm just like, wait. And then I went inside and I used the bathroom. I'm like, that guy he was vlogging. And after I got done, I washed my hands. Yeah, I washed my hands. I washed my hands very thoroughly. Thank you very much. I went back outside, and he was coming to his. He was going to his car. Hi, Rasa. He was going to his car, and oh, hello, sugar pie. How are you? And I asked him, I'm like, hey, are you a vlogger? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you post on? Like, we started talking. And he's like, I post stuff on YouTube, and I also have an Instagram account, and I'm on Twitter, and I'm doing stuff like that. And like, him and I were chit-chatting back and forth, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, I do a few things on YouTube as well. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what's your thing? And I'm like, I'm BigCatDerek. And then he looks me up, and he is like, you have a lot of subscribers. And I'm like, I got a few. And then he's like, hold on. And he like sets up his camera, and then he starts filming some segments on his vlog. And then he's just like, everything happens for a reason. And then look, I met this guy, and he's BigCatDerek, and like we started talking, and we were vlogging, and we were two internet pals just having a good old time. And we exchanged information. He gave me some cards. I started following him on some of his various accounts, which I will link to the accounts in the video description section below. But this guy's name is Franklin Williams Jr. And his here's a picture of him. Let me just put it up right. Okay, see? Yeah, there's me and him. I'm making like the attitude face, like, I'm just, because I don't know else what to do sometimes. And then he's like, like, I'm having a good time, and I'm like, so yeah. But he's actually like I'm not exactly sure like what his jobs are, but I know that he actually does. He's a photographer, and he does video editing as like as a career. Like that's what he does for a living, and now he's actually trying to roll that into you know, like a career in like content creation. And I only really talk because this guy, he was really sweet, and he was like really like a genuine person. He was very bright and very smart, and I watched some of his videos, and he's got that kind of the makings. He's an up and coming dude, and he's got the makings of something. Like he does some pretty good like time lapse things, and then he puts these like really interesting bits of music and cuts in there and stuff like that, and he's got the makings of you know, a pretty cool like content creation, social media brand or platform. Oh, he's also Frank on TV is his YouTube channel, and yeah, he was just a really warm and it's like, you know, like sometimes like you just meet a person and you're like, you just get good vibes from him, and that's kind of what I got from Frank. And he lives in Dallas, and he's got some really good pictures on Instagram too. Really good stuff. So yeah, at Poster Boy, at POSTERBOI. That's his stuff on Twitter and Instagram. His, again, professional photographer. Like this guy, I like I said, like I know an internet person when I see one, and I also like he's got the makings. He's got like some good raw kind of talent that he's now putting into use, and he's also a very positive individual because he does promote different charities and like doing different things as far as video editing and photography. And different merchandising for charities that help people that are involved in like natural disasters. So it's again, like altruistic, very bright and positive. And I just wanted to give this guy a shout out. I wanted to promote him on some of my platforms. And I know that, here's the thing, and I know that like he is going to eventually come around, him and the young woman I was talking to that's his fiance. And just very beautiful, by the way. And I know that he's probably going to come around here, and because he tries to vlog on a daily basis, and of course, whenever you do something like that, you're always going to be looking for content. So of course, he's going to come over here, and like I said, he's got talent. He's got actual chops as far as like putting stuff together. And I can see it. I can see the beginnings of what could be, you know, a very promising kind of thing. So I wanted to give him some shout outs and give him a little bit of coverage, and who knows, it could be the beginnings of a nice internet friendship. And it's always good like to see, like, because you know, there's a lot of content creators like over in like New York, and there's a lot of content creators over in the East Coast, in Los Angeles, in the West Coast, sorry, in Los Angeles. And I know that there's a lot of content creators in between. You know, you got like Chicago, you got Dallas. Dallas is actually the fourth largest metropolitan area in the country. The fourth largest. One of the fastest growing. And I know that there are some really good content creators like in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And because I consider myself one of them. I consider myself to be part of that. And like when I can physically like meet a person who like also has passion for like creating content and showing people about their lives and doing stuff like that gets me excited. Like, because it's like when I got to go to the Shorty Awards, and I've got representation over in Los Angeles, but actually meeting up with other content creators like in my own stomping ground, like that's kind of a cool thing. That's a cool thing. And I know that there's more. There's other people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I'd love to meet more. Look at these handsome boys. Look at those handsome boys. Oh, attitude. Attitude. So yeah. So yeah, go check out Frank on his Instagram account, on YouTube, at Posterboy, Posterboi, and then Frank on TV. So yeah. Oh, and like I think I kind of cut myself off, but like I know that he's eventually going to come around here, and he's got real talent with the camera. Like he's got a good eye. He's got a good talent for editing. I've watched some of his videos and I've seen some of his pictures, and I know that he's eventually going to be able to come. Hopefully, I'd like for him to be able to come here and then use some of that talent to capture some of these guys. Yeah, it's always good. It's always good. So yeah, that was just an interesting kind of random kind of encounter. You know what? I should just end the webcast right now, because this is the point of the webcast where, I mean, like, I see the analytics. I see, like, where viewership, you know, the graphs. There's graphs. You can look on your own channels and your own accounts, and you can see, like, this is where people view, and this is where people, like, the viewership ramps up, and this is where people, and then you can see where it, like, plummets. And, like, every time I put just profound ugliness on the screen in the form of those T-gees, yeah, every time. I should just end it. I should just say, you know what? I think I'm just going to do that. Just thank you so much for tuning into the webcast today, folks. It was really awesome of you. Going to end this one with handsomeness. Look at that handsomeness. All right. I know that we got a couple of masochists out there. People who just really just enjoy pain and inflicting themselves with it. Why? I don't really know. I feel like I'm enabling you. But we'll go and we'll see these ugly, ugly boys. These oogly wooglies. Ugh. Slato potato. Whom you can see from the view of the Safari Suites. You can see them in all of their ugliness if you go to carerescuetexas.com and look up information for the raffle. Ha! You like that? How that all got tied in? Yeah. Nice, huh? Nice. I'm figuring out how to do this whole marketing thing, you know? Hey, bud. Look at his little Pete. His little curly Pete. His little curled up Pete. You curling your Pete? What are you curling your Pete for? Bim. Hey. Team Trolleys, Team Uglies, Team Piggies, Team Tiggies. Hey, Bim! Bim! Bimachu! Boomachu and Slato Potato. Bimachu and Slato Potato. This is the stupidest thing. Okay, there's wind just blowing all over the place. There's wind just blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. And then, like, I do this. I do this onto his butt. And that's what gets him. That's what gets him snuffling and getting him up. You're so weird. You're so weird. All right. All right. The raccoon monkey things are not out, they're inside. So, that is probably a good place to end it. Again, you can go to carerescuetexas.com for information on the Fall Festival, for information on the Safari Suites raffle with the free plane tickets from anywhere inside the lower 48. Oh, the thing also about those plane tickets is if you are in the local area and you win that raffle, then guess what? Now you got some plane tickets. You can just use them to go wherever you want. Ah, yeah, right? Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. My name is Derek, aka Big Cat Derek Cron. I will talk to you folks later in the Thursday edition. Thanks for watching. All right, bye-bye.